In a distant land far from Israel, a young Jewish woman named Esther found herself orphaned at a young age. God's mercy provided her comfort as she was taken in by her uncle, a man named Mordecai. Esther's beauty and lovely figure was the talk of the town. However, she remained humble, hardworking, kind, and loved God with all her being. Her quiet life soon took a dramatic turn when she heard of the king's decree. All young women of the kingdom were to be taken to the citadel. Haggai, the man in charge, was to provide special food and beauty treatments for a year. The woman who pleased the king the most was to be the new queen. Esther found favor with Haggai and she soon became his favorite. She got the best of everything there was to offer. A year later, and it was Esther's turn to meet the king. She asked for only what Haggai recommended. She got dressed and went to present herself to the king. The king loved her more than all others, and soon enough, Esther became queen. On a warm and sunny day, Esther received devastating news from her uncle Mordecai. A man named Haman, an official of the king, had set out to kill all Jews in the kingdom. Haman hated the Jews because Mordecai had always refused to bow down to him whenever they met at the king's palace. He crafted his plan and even convinced the king to agree to it. Esther was heartbroken. She wanted to see the king, but the king had decreed that no one was to come to the palace unless called upon. Whoever broke this law was to be put to death. With all the courage she had in her, she made a decision. She sent word to her uncle saying, "Tell all our people to go without food for 3 days. I and my ladies in waiting will do the same and pray for 3 days. I will go and see the king. If I die, then I die." The king was glad to see Esther, and she immediately found his favor. He asked her what she wanted and was willing to give her anything she could ask for. Esther asked the king to dinner and asked if Haman could join them. The king agreed and told Haman to be in attendance. While they were all relaxed, the king asked Esther what she really wanted. Esther exposed Haman's plot to kill the Jews and watched as Haman was arrested. Esther told the king she was actually a Jew and that she too was to be killed if Haman succeeded and the decree was carried out. The king acted at once and ordered that Haman be hanged for his crimes. He also revoked the earlier decree and ordered that no Jew was to be harmed. As long as Esther was queen, she remained a defender of the rights of her people. God used her to protect all the Jews living in the kingdom from certain death.